It is no longer news that Paulo Nagamura, the head coach of Houston Dynamo, has officially been relieved of his duties as the head coach of Houston Dynamo after his shabby performance and loss to Seattle in Seattle. But it was not just this game that cost him his job. Throughout this season, a lot of monies has been spent regarding investments into Houston Dynamo by buying players, breaking or slashing club transfers, also making club record signings just to make sure this team, if nothing else, can make it to the playoffs. But because of the inconsistent performance of this team, of losing more of the games than winning the games, has cost Paulo Nagamura his job in this regard. And I'm not surprised that this happened because I had the opportunity to have a one-on-one interview with the owner of Houston Dynamo, Mr. Ted Seger, and this is what he had to say of how disappointed he has been with the team so far. Kindly watch this, and I'll be back.
Certainly, I'm disappointed with the performance. I think we're all striving to do better.
You just heard Mr. Ted Seger say how disappointed he has been with the team's performance. And to be honest, you can't really fault him to be disappointed because he has invested a lot of money, millions of dollars, to make sure this team can, if nothing else, compete and win a playoff spot. But that has not happened in this case, and so it's disappointing. But now the new coach that have been officially appointed is no one but Kenny Bundy. If you know Kenny Bundy very well, Kenny Bundy is the head coach of Dynamo 2 team, and Dynamo 2 team plays in the MLS, the newly created MLS Next division, where they are cruising so good. He has won a total of 13 games and lost only 4 games, and this has given his team a playoff spot by so far on the table. I think they are a third on the table, and they have won a playoff spot in their division. Amazing performance. I, for one, personally, have had contact with Bundy, with Kenny Bundy, which is me and him. I have personally grievances against him one-on-one because he beat me last year 7-1 in a very crazy game that I thought I had all the tactics intact, but I still lost to him anyways. But apart from that, I know Kenny's a great coach. I've watched him personally from afar and up close, and I see his tactics. I think he's a good coach, and I think he would do well with this team. Even if he has a very short time to work with these players, I think he's going to do very well because one of the major reasons why I think he's going to do well is before I used to personally think that the Dynamo team were a bunch of bad players, like they didn't want to play, they didn't want to perform. But after the game, after LAFC, after watching that game live, I came to a new understanding, or rather, my thoughts regarding the team changed. I saw a Dynamo that was hungry. I saw a Dynamo that really wanted to play. I saw a passionate team. I saw a determined team. I just think so far this team has all it takes to really compete in this level, but it just lack leadership. They just lack leadership. So if Kenny Bundy can come in and be that leader, be that motivating factor to push this team, find a way to psych these players to believe in themselves regardless of where they are on the table and how many games to go, but just believe in themselves. I believe this team can compete in the top flight, seriously, because the fighting spirit they possessed or showed against LAFC, this team have a fighting spirit. This team have a spirit that can fight. They just need a leader. So let's hope that Kenny coming in as a coach, even if it's a very short notice due to the fact that the games to the end of the season is very, very little now. Let's hope he can be that leader and can take Houston Dynamo to where we want Houston Dynamo to be. But for now, thank you for watching and keep on watching African Sports Network. Goodbye.